What's the creepiest thing a random kid ever said to you? Last fall, I started working at a daycare center, and most days were pretty normal. Finger painting, nap time, snacks. But then we got this new kid, Amber. She was quiet, always dressed in neat clothes, and played by herself in the corner. At first, I thought she was just shy, but something about her felt different. One morning during story time, while other kids were bouncing around and giggling, I noticed Amber staring at me with this intense look. When I asked if she was okay, she tilted her head and said, "You're wearing the wrong face today." I laughed it off, but my skin got cold. After that, I started paying more attention. She'd sit alone during playtime, whispering to her stuffed bear. But when I got closer, she'd stop and watch me like she knew something I didn't. Sometimes she'd draw pictures, always the same thing, tall black figures with no faces standing behind people. Then one day, while helping her put on her coat, she grabbed my arm and said, "The shadows behind you are getting darker. They're hungry." I froze because nobody had ever told her about my sleep paralysis, or the dark figures I sometimes saw in my dreams. The other teachers started noticing too. They'd catch Amber talking to empty corners, or stopping mid-sentence to stare at something none of us could see. During lunch, she'd arrange her food in perfect circles and whisper, "They like it this way," whenever someone tried to help her eat normally. Some of the staff wanted to talk to her parents, but something always came up when they tried. What really shook me was when she started knowing things she couldn't possibly know. She'd mention details about my childhood home, the crack in the kitchen ceiling, the squeaky third step, the window that never fully closed, things I'd never told anyone at the daycare. But the weirdest part happened last week. During nap time, I found her awake, sitting up straight on her mat. When I went to check on her, she pointed to the empty corner and whispered, "They say you used to see them too when you were little like me." Then she laid down and closed her eyes like nothing happened. I wanted to ask how she knew about my childhood, about the friends I used to talk to that nobody else could see, the ones my parents sent me to therapy for. But before I could say anything, her mom picked her up early that day. Yesterday, while cleaning out old files, I found Amber's registration form. Under previous daycare, there was only one entry, the same place I went to as a kid, 20 years ago. And in the corner of the paper, in messy crayon, someone had drawn a familiar picture, a tall, dark figure with no face. After finding the form, I noticed the lights in the daycare started flickering whenever Amber was near. The other children began avoiding her, saying she made their tummies feel funny. And this morning, I caught her writing something on the wall in crayon. When I got closer, I recognized my old home address, the one from 20 years ago, written over and over in perfect lines. I guess some children don't just see things others can't. They remember things they shouldn't.